I guess I'll leave everyone with, did Katy Perry kill a nun? We'll talk about that next week. Why not? Did Katy Perry's actions lead to a nun getting killed, is what I'm saying. But once again, we'll push that to next week.
This is like the biggest teaser we've ever left anyone with.
I just was looking at the time, and we don't have enough time to get into it tonight.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's talk about it next week. Katy Perry.
All right.
Did Katy Perry kill a nun?
On that note.
This week's episode is brought to you by Nona's Secrets / of Sauce, the best sauce known to mankind and available on shelf anywhere. Even when the freezer is full of sauce, there is still no sauce for you. You want some Nona sauce? Too bad. Only Nona decide who gets the sauce.
This week's episode is brought to you by us. That's right, Poppin' Mags sponsoring our own show. Join us this Thursday, August 3rd at 10 p.m. for a special Poppin' Mags X Spaces competitive debate, where winners are born and losers are voted off the island. Hope to see you then.
Poppin's poppin' and locking, Magnum scrutinizing. Poppin' Mags Podcast.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Season 2, Episode 11 of the Poppin' Mags Pinecast. Mags, how you doing over there?
Oh, I'm doing great, Pop. How's it going on your side, neck of the woods?
Dude, I'm sitting over here completely baffled, out of my mind. Do you know why?
Does it have anything to do with countdowns?
It does. It does.
Wow. Interesting.
So, our friends over at Our Play, right?
Mm-hmm.
We've been counting them up here for a few weeks now, maybe months. And, at the end of June, they made a post, quite ballsy, I should say, that by the end of July, they would be a subchain.
As talked about on Papa Mag's Pinecast.
Right. And guess when the end of July is?
Next week?
Tomorrow. Tomorrow for us. Yesterday for those listening.
Right.
And guess what? There was a post in Discord, I believe it was late last week, and now it's coming soon.
Yeah, I was reading this post. Funny you mention it. Can I just read some of this?
Yeah, please.
Okay, so this was on the 28th of July at 6:44 p.m. Eastern. And I'll just go to this one part here. To top this month off, we're excited to share that we are actively working to launch the replay subchain on Theta Metachain very soon. We are currently wrapping up testing, performance security audits, etc. Working with Theta team to ensure successful subchain launch. We're so proud to achieve this upcoming major milestone, that the first of many in the coming months, as we bring a ton of groundbreaking utility to the RPlay ecosystem. As we make these updates, you'll be the first to know. Stay tuned. Thank you for the patience and support. It means the world to us. So, that goes to the thing that you've said a lot is if something's ready, it should have been ready last week, and you're just waiting to press the button. And I know the argument's been made previously about the subchain when that came out. I think a lot of people thought stuff was going to happen, and so it seems like they're kind of like, well, Theta's not letting us do it, but Theta didn't make you say it, right?
Right, exactly. I mean,
you said it.
You're right. And not to take anything away from what seems to be going on there, they do seem to be moving in the right direction. There does seem to be excitement, but just stop putting dates on things that they're completely meaningless. Just because you say it's going to be the end of July, people start putting a date on stuff right now, and then now it's just like, I don't believe you. I just don't believe you. It's not going to happen. And pretty much 10 times out of 10, we're going to be right.
Yeah, I mean, I was, I think I've mentioned too, I'm not making myself the martyr or whatever, but the previously imminent Tygon's K-Fuel,
yeah.
I went out and I spent a bunch of money.
Oh, for sure.
Buying all the badges because I didn't have any. And nobody, they were held by diamond hands, and most of them are. So I spent a fortune on the big one. And then I think I probably bought one like a fourth of the value of that, or a fifth of the value of that, for a duplicate of the main badge.
Yeah,
And
DCA.
I did that because it was going to come out, and it hasn't. So then it's convenient to blame Theta, whatever. That's fine. We blame Theta all the time. But I think the point is, well, you're creating fake demand, and the markets are affected because you have idiots like me, spending a bunch of money on something, and I'm still waiting for it.
Yeah, it's a life lesson that I've said before, and we'll say again. Don't promise anything that's out of your control ever. It just doesn't make sense to. So you're putting dates on stuff. If you have to rely on Theta to be ready with something to meet a date that you give, you're a fool. Is what it boils down to.
Maybe they're not a fool. Maybe I'm a fool. Maybe we're the fools, the people listening to people saying something and not delivering on that.
Yeah, well, we'll see. But
right?
Yeah, it has been now 201 days since we were told K-Fuel was going to be available. We're up to 220 since we've been told our play staking and the DEX would be available, and 303 since we were told we'd get the airdrop of our play tokens, and we're up to 46 days on the peel. So, it's not something we enjoy doing around here, but it doesn't seem like people are learning from this either, which is a shame.
Yeah, totally. But we are like 93 days as of publishing, I think, of ThetaCon 2023. Ooh. That keeps going down.
That is a countdown.
That's a
legitimate. Yeah.
But
so cool. We had a new custom banana get revealed this week. Did you happen to see that? I know you did.
Yeah, I fucking did. Good for Nothing Flash.
Whoever he is.
Nothing Flash. It sounds like he's on the other part of the world because he's opening a lot of these.
His Twitter says Australia.
Okay, well technically that's the other side of the world, right?
That qualifies, sure.
Yeah, that qualifies. So, yeah, he seems like he opens up one a day, and he pulled, I think, my favorite,
Skeletor.
The Skeletor banana. So super, super jealous, but good for him. That's 2 solid customs right there.
Yeah,
he's got
Brody, right? And
Bodie. Yeah,
Bodie. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, T-Field Brody.
Sexy Brody.
Yeah, and so now you frantically messaged me over the week about a sale that you saw.
Oh,
in bananas.
After the fact, I kind of gave
you weren't going to give me a heads up before the fact.
Right. So I got an immediate notification that a listing on OpenSea for a banana custom ready for this? I think it was
like 0.02 or something like that, right?
It was like $20.
Yeah.
In Ethereum. And I didn't have that on the ready, so I went into Coinbase. I used the PayPal trick to get that thing there pretty quickly. But by the time I got there,
not a proud sponsor.
Not a proud sponsor. And it was gone. So then once that was gone, I was like, "Oh man, did you see this?" Somebody picked it up. Now I don't know what the deal is. I don't think somebody picked them up, but I think it was, I think, and it's weird. I think the guy who bought it is the guy who owned it before, for some reason, because there was a Skittles guy, and he is in the custom banana group in Discord. He was already in there, and he had a non-custom as the PFP, and that non-custom is in the wallet that bought the hockey banana. So instead of transferring it, it sounds like it was maybe in another wallet and he just bought it. But that's a real dangerous way if that's what happened.
That's an interesting strategy.
Because I would have, if I could have scooped it, I would have scapped it. I would have scooped it.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, you get a custom for cheaper than the cheaper than it cost a third
Yeah,
of the
right.
cost of
Of
of a can. You know,
ridiculous. Yeah.
ridiculous. Would you have bought that if you saw it?
Oh, dude, in a heartbeat. Yeah. That one's pretty cool. I like that hockey guy.
Yeah, it is good. Like the scuff marks on the was it on the helmet? Looks pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, for sure. And the other banana news from recent is that there was that vote regarding the OG status on bananas and whether it was going to extend through 977 now that the price was reduced, and the community voted that the OG status ends when the full price bananas stopped minting.
Yeah.
So that's 543 OGs.
Right. And I don't know what your opinion. And I think I would have been fine with the other choice too. But I think the point. So there was a little contention when this happened a few weeks ago, right? Basically, there was like, well, I only bought these because they're OGs now. So it's like I bought them because they went from $200 to $60 because I only bought them because they're OGs, and I'm like, fuck, and you know, I've pulled one. Actually, the first one I bought at the $60 price, I got the Johnny Pielta, and I said I only bought it because I had a cheaper chance of getting a custom. You know what I mean? It didn't make a bigger deal, and I see it as if you're and they're like, oh well, I only did that, and it's I see the sides to everyone's story, but it's like, yeah, but we changed the price because nothing was selling. The markets in this shitter. I think the insiders gave us a different perspective on the marketplace and what's going on and with Ethereum NFTs, and you know what I mean? Like a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, as far as OGs ending after the full price mint or going to 977 and having a full 777, I personally don't care either way.
Right.
Doesn't matter to me.
I guess my point is too, it changed, and you know, the people that bought them at that price, then they should get them, and that just makes theirs a little bit more valuable because now there's less that could be OGs. You know what I mean? Like you had plenty of time to buy them at $200.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
So,
no doubt about it. But I mean, either side of that argument, I don't really care. You know, whatever the community decides, I'm fine with it. It's not going to break the project one way or the other.
No.
The one argument that was being made that I don't understand at all was the argument against reducing the price. That I don't.
Oh, wait, that was an argument?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, there was somebody that was arguing that the price shouldn't have been reduced. And that just boggles my mind. Like, what how else is this going to work if you don't reduce the price? You know, we were sitting there stagnant for a while. So
yeah, it was over a week without a sale.
Yep.
And, you know, we don't have, I mean, you know, we brought a few people in, and it seems like Nothing Flash and Rufus have been really enjoying buying these bananas at the low price. I mean, everyone who's been buying them at that price, I think, is a lot happier. And,
for sure. They're moving now. Yeah.
And I tell you what, I'm happier pulling a floor at $60 than I am at $200. True story.
But are you still happy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if they, and two, you know, like we talked about, the floors for bananas look. I mean, I love pines a lot more, I think, but the floor bananas look so much better than the floor pines, in my opinion.
There's a few that
right. I'm not a fan of the army shirt. I'm not a fan of the army shirt, but yeah. I mean, for the most part, you know.
Yeah.
So, what's next? Can we talk about maybe what's next? What's been talked about?
Oh, as far as the full mint?
Well, so they're still working on to make everyone whole on buying the full price ones, right? So they're trying to figure that out. And part of that was, and just real quick, going back. So when they lowered the price, and my argument was, so like I was the one, I think, I know I suggested just stop the mint or stop the OG status once the price did. And, you know, they were saying that, and it's like, well, they wouldn't have sold if you didn't drop the price. I mean, we've minted through a shit ton. I'm surprised how many we've minted through. I know you've even bought a few.
Yes, I have bought quite a few.
But so there's that, and I go, you'd have to wait to 877 because you can't just give some people then free OGs and other people not free OGs. You'd have to wait to 977 was passed. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, exactly. It was either after the last full price one was minted or 977. Those are the two.
Or
options.
once 977 was hit, then they would give them out. So either those two, that's why I was fine with it. But
Yeah.
so okay, so we got to we'll wait for that. We're waiting for the peel. After the peel, we're waiting for the gadgets.
Yep.
I don't know this. I would assume maybe the gadgets might not take as long as the peel. But
I have no idea, dude.
Don't quote me on it. But okay, it feels a lot longer than it has been though for the peel. It feels longer than the days.
It's a month and a half.
Yeah. Okay. So there's that. There is the what else with the bananas? Oh, the attributes hopefully should be getting cleaned up a bit, right?
Yep.
To make it look what was the terminology you used? Clean?
Yeah. Clean the house.
Clean the house. So we're getting there. Tell your friends.
Yeah, we'll come back soon.
Encrossment also has been fixed, so you could instead of purchasing with Ethereum, you can purchase with a credit card.
And you don't have to pay $200 anymore.
No, you still got to pay the gas fee, but
which sometimes is $200.
True. Yep, that's true. So, but yeah, that's what I got. I don't know anything else.
No. But yeah, I mean, speaking of ETH, we do have our other favorite ETH project here, Insiders, and just wanted to throw a shout out to Chief and Tudiel, who happened to join me in the Giga status over there recently. So Pines are pretty much 50% of the Gigas at this point now.
Yeah, the lower 50%, but
that's
someone
right.
In one of our groups they posted, well, it might have been you, I don't remember. They were like, hey, it probably was you. You're like, hey, the Pines make up 50% of the top 6, but of the insider holders. And then I'm looking and it's you, Chief, and Tudiel, and I was like, oh, that's 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah.
So you're like,
you're playing CeeLo, you win. That's a winner.
Right. So just truth in advertising, but yes, your gigas, that's an accomplishment and a half. So
yeah, for sure.
And there's still the price keeps going down. They seem to keep getting scooped.
Well, yeah, we had the one whale just dump everything, and it seems like they're just kind of floating around. They're, the last I looked, it was like the 0.014 area for the floor, which is still a solid floor compared to where we came in. And it seems like there's been a ton of purchasing from the 0.01 and above. So it just seems like there's a real solid floor there being made at that point. So, I mean, it looks good. It looks okay. It doesn't look great. But the one thing I noticed is that there's still a ton of like these trait snipings going on. Like people are just going out and getting the traits that they want. They're not necessarily buying floors, but good luck getting laser eye or like gold, anything for cheap.
Here's the interesting thing. I will say, I think last week or the week before I looked, they were always like over 1,000 listed of these insiders. Okay. So I'm looking right now on Blur, that shows OpenSea and Blur, right? Yep. 844 listed.
Oh,
that's
wow.
it.
That's way down.
Yeah. That's 844 listed. And then if I go to look in the, I also noticed this, I think last night, I want to say, but I go and I look, the member count in the Discord, 1291 now. So they've been steadily going up. So yeah,
that's solid because you got to be, you have to own an insider to get in there.
Yeah. Yep. Token gated. And speaking of insiders, didn't they have some news the other day? some new
Well,
features.
Yeah, they came out with a new toy. It's pretty cool. It's kind of similar to the Zilla remix,
Mhm.
except you get to make your own, right? So you get to choose, and you got coffee cups, you got joints, you got Good Morning, GM, GN, and LFG options within it.
Smoking.
Smoking or holding a coffee cup. Yeah. So uh, you get to go in there. It's just a website. It's not like with Zilla, it's specific to your Zilla. You can only remix yours. With this one, you can go on there and just type in. So you're not linking your wallet to it. So
Mhm.
it's safe in that manner, but it's also, anybody can do it.
But am I wrong? So I haven't done it. I've watched other people do it. It looks like, correct me if I'm wrong though, the skin colors match.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
it pulls like you put in your token ID
So
and
cool.
it pulls that token ID up.
So what I'm talking about, so there's all these different cool skin types like water and
Oh yeah,
there's
yeah.
all
So
these different ones. And then usually like I think with things you don't usually you just use your imagination of what it looks like, but no, it's like the arm coming up and holding the cup or
correct.
smoking.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
so
So
I enjoyed that. Yeah.
in the NFT, they have no arm, like you can't see their hands, like their
Right.
forearms. But with this, yes, they have all of the matching forearms and hands.
Yeah, they seem what is it, blue chip or bust or blue chip or die, or
Yeah,
what do they say?
blue
What
chip or
is
die.
it? So they're continuing to go.
Yeah, I mean they're motivated for sure. And I don't know if you noticed, but they just came out with the merch store, or it's like right around the corner, and it's token gated merch. So if you want a gold monkey t-shirt, you have to own a gold monkey insider.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah, and look, it's July and this thing dropped
Just
in
came in
June.
June.
So that's how long it took for a merch store. Riddle me that.
Right. I mean, I will say, I'm not throwing shade to anyone. I just want to point out the fact that, some people have different entities to deal with and it makes things difficult when
Oh,
you
I'll
launch.
completely agree.
Yeah. So when you launch your own project on your site, you own it. And it's a lot easier to control that. I mean, you still got to do it, but yeah. So,
Yeah, but another one of those things of like, I thought this was imminent like uh, last May.
what was imminent?
Never mind.
Uh, well, there's a Discord message in Pines. I think it was in January or something. I
That
don't know.
was
If it,
January. Yeah, that was
yeah,
that,
it was like
that wasn't the
announcements or
first time.
something.
Yeah.
Literally said merch store imminent. I think.
Yes, it did. It did. It did. And hey, speaking of Pines, there's been a decent slug of activity here recently, mostly with one guy leading the charge.
Yeah, what's his game? This fella.
Our boy Dubuque?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
What's he getting at? What's he getting at? He's not opening. I saw he opened these. He
know.
bought these cans.
4 of them, yeah. And 8 other opened Pines. I mean, he went on a tear, really.
Dude, he bought 4 cans for less than I've paid for one before. You know what I mean?
Is that true?
I think so. I think you said it was 5 each, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've probably paid.
You got the package.
I'd have to look, but maybe like 2,200, 2,150.
Oh, let's forget about that.
Yee.
Yeah.
Yee.
I'm sure it was a custom though.
No. It was a floor. Anyways, moving on.
Yeah. And hey, we also had a metal cooler sighting.
Yeah.
The Pine purchase, a nice one. T-fuel floater with a banana pin.
He's a quantity and quality guy. Like I'm mostly a quantity guy. You're a whatever you opened and then quality purchases, right?
You're talking Pines? Yeah.
I'm talking Pines.
Yeah, Pines. I paid up for a few quality ones, but yeah, mostly mostly what I opened. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's why I think Metal Cooler is the even though maybe I might have more pines than him, I think he's got me.
Yeah, there used to be some others in the running, right? Will,
Yeah. I mean, he's still got a great collection.
yeah. Tudiel is certainly a man that has an eye for quality in all NFT projects.
Yep.
In Chief as well.
Oh, a quick reverse shout out. Just going back to insiders. Sexy Brody picked up some insiders. I saw.
Welcome, Brody.
I haven't heard much from Sexy Brody, but I'm glad he showed up and got some insiders. And
Yeah,
he looked like
prediction.
he trade sniped a little bit too. It seemed.
Yeah,
for that last one he picked up, but
didn't take long to learn.
No, figured it out very quickly.
Yeah, very cool.
And we will be right back.
This week's episode is brought to you by Dr. Theta's Community Guardian Node. Theta's premier community guardian node where you can stake your Theta if you don't run your own guardian node. Best of all, 100% uptime so you do not miss any rewards and 0 fees so you earn 100% of your T-Fuel. Trusted by Theta Labs, you can easily stake directly within your wallet. Simply go to the staking tab, choose Delegated Guardian Node, and find Dr. Theta's Guardian Node. Quick, simple, reliable, and best of all, safe, as the coins never leave your wallet. Stake with the Doc today.
This week's episode is brought to you by GuardiansOfTheta.com, offering 0% one-click Theta Guardian staking with random monthly token giveaways. Guardians also airdropped everyone staking with him an NFT that you're able to stake and earn T-Vibe. 100% uptime, 0 fees, random giveaways, what's not to love? Stop paying 4% and come join the fam with Guardians of Theta.
Papa Max, yeah. Papa Max. Papa Max Podcast. Papa Max Podcast.
So we had recently on Theta Drop, not this week, but the week before, the Pog drop, dude. How
Sell out. That sold out.
First one in a bit, right?
Yep. It's been a while. I think, there's a lot of nostalgia and, the fact that Kyler over there, that's an active Discord, dude. They're super active. So, it's a thing I thought maybe we're going to see with some other projects that had other stuff that came over. They were going to bring people. No, I think Data Drop doesn't tell me anything, but it looks like they brought people over. So.
Yeah, I think it goes without saying that they brought at least 100 to 150 people. I mean, they didn't blow the doors off the place by any means.
It wasn't instant.
Certainly didn't come over empty-handed either.
Right. Yeah.
Which is great to see. It is something that I want to look more into. I know that they've been on other chains, and I'm not sure exactly how this fits into those. I did grab one just because it's the collector edition, right? It's the first collector box in 30 years. So I figured even if people were hesitant to go over to Theta Drop and buy it off of there, that there's got to be some kind of a value to it once you have it in hand.
Yeah. Yeah. And there was, they had a little issue. I believe they fixed it pretty quickly where people were redeeming them. And they put I think they voided all those out and were like, no, you can't redeem them till a month.
Until
afterward. Until August. Yeah. But, and also too, shout out. I think we were talking, I think we thought it was ballsy because first they said after sellout, they'll be revealed. They'll be revealed 24 to 48 hours after reveal. After the sellout. And then once they sold out, they said 24 hours. And I was like, whoa, that's even,
more aggressive.
Sounds like though it was all ready to go anyway. Like you're saying. When you're ready to do something.
I mean, I think that they hit that time frame. If they didn't,
they didn't, I think they did. I think they might have beat it, I think. And then they were quickly on Theta Rarity.
Yep.
Posted. So yeah, I'd like to learn more about what they got going on, but it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure. We'll hopefully we'll find out more soon.
Doesn't the pod guy remind you of like Captain Caveman? You remember him?
I can see that. Yeah, I
Yeah,
can see
yeah.
that.
I read a while ago what he was called or something. He had some type of title or name or something, but it looked to me looks like Captain Caveman. Captain Caveman.
Yep. That's going back a ways like you
Yep.
usually do.
Yep. Well, it's the only way to go.
We also just recently want to throw a congratulations out there to Club 24. I feel like this is the guy that is like got a million different names. He's one thing on Theta. He's one thing on Twitter, another thing on Theta Drop, another thing on Discord. I think he's
Another thing on Threads.
Club 80
ADHD.
80D
80D.
80D. Yeah.
Wait, he's Club 24?
He's Club 24.theta. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But he was the one that earned the challenge for the Sony display. Congratulations on that for getting 10 rares. 10 rare. We're talking about the McQueen drop now. And he ended up getting the Triumph gear package as well as part of the race to 100. So he was able to get that airdropped into his account.
That's weird. I thought you needed 100 to do the race to 100.
That was my impression of it as well. But hey, listen, congratulations to him on,
And he had 20. He bought 20 of these, and they were what, $99 a piece?
Yep.
And the spatial display, I remember what was like $5,000, right?
It used to be. I think it's like 2,500 already. It's like, it's like technology. It just keeps on getting cheaper and cheaper.
That, and he got the race to 100, so he actually looks like he made something out of it.
Yeah, I would proclaim him the big winner.
I would love to like make money on NFTs. It's a foreign concept, Popper, but I'm sorry. Congratulations to Club 24.
Well, I mean, you do have a bag full of Zillies, right?
I do. I can't. I don't know. So we had Mac and Theta Zilla on last week. Huge ratings, gigantic ratings for a while.
And rightfully so.
For this low-rated Pinecast, surprising. Yeah. But there was a part where he was trying to work a deal with you, and you just like ghosted him because like you don't want to part with your Zillas. And
not at those pedestrian rates, no.
I even gave him a better deal. I gave him a full pick out, and I of what he wanted, because I didn't know all this stuff was in the works, but I figured he was working on something and he really wanted to get into Zillas. So I took it on the chin and cut him I think a great deal, especially at these prices today.
For sure.
Of I think a 50 pack of Zillas. So it's stupid, but you know what? I think it's for the greater good, because I am humble after all. So, And
I'm pretty sure that you did already good on where you sold it to him.
Yes. Well, maybe in the amount of T-Fuel. I don't.
Well, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah,
but Theta's only T-Fuel.
Well, a Bitcoin equals Bitcoin, but
Yeah, but on Open Theta, T-Fuel is T-Fuel.
T-Fuel is T-Fuel. I've heard it. I agree. Yes, circle gets the square. No doubt about it.
You'd get, as far as T-Fuel is concerned, you did good.
As far as US dollar, probably not as much so is good. So
yeah, probably not. But that's a different story.
Not financial advice, but I'd hold.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, no, I noticed the floor on the Pixillas is now up to 210. So pretty sure that's more than double where Mac got you.
It's more than double. Correct, sir.
Ouch. He knew. Little insider purchasing going on there.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like you said, it's for the greater good. And, WWZ version 0.6 did drop this week as promised by the guys on last week's Pinecast. And other than a few small issues that I noticed, I thought the update was real cool.
Yeah, I didn't like the fact that I lost to Char. Zilla.
Are you talking about the boss fight? Or
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Charzilla is not easy.
He's not. I'm not even. I'm just contemplating next time I'm going to attempt to win. So I'm 0 for 1.
It's
on
not
that.
even like you get him down to like 12 power and it's still not comfortable
No.
because he'll double attack you for like 65 and 72
He'll double
and
attack you.
get 30.
He'll get all these points. He'll attack you again. Then he'll get energy because he's out of energy. And then he'll hit you again and go up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, for my money, Humble Boss is where it's at, though. But,
Yeah. Meanwhile, Humble Boss is just rolling over. Did you see Dexter the Duck?
What do you do?
He's on like level. I didn't even look since like this first started, but he was on like level 13 or 14 against Humble Boss like the next day. Like all he did was just fight the bosses continuously.
Wow. Someone's got to do it.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be me at like level 4 or 5, and nope, not even close. I think I beat
you were
Charizilla
front
twice.
running too. You knew about it before anyone else.
I knew about it, but I didn't have early opportunity at it.
Oh, okay.
No one, because what we did the night before got reset.
Okay.
Yeah, that didn't count.
Gotcha.
But yeah, no, it was cool to see that both the Pixzillas and the Thetazillas were the two top trending projects on Open Theta this week.
Right behind Astro Builders. Yeah, I saw that. That was amazing.
I did not notice Astro Builders up there, but that's a different story. So I didn't realize, like, he didn't even say anything. What a guy. Honestly, like, who does this? He's about to turn the min off and he doesn't tell anybody. You know what I mean?
We had, once again, just so like everyone's clear, and I know you've said it in regards to like bananas, like we have no insider knowledge. We don't know anything more than anyone else. Okay. That being said, our boy, like that's our boy, like
yeah,
like me, you, and Zilla, or and now Mac, but like me, Zilla, and Nightwolf or Wolvie. Who was a little active on the X this week.
Yeah.
But what was I saying? But yeah, we didn't even tell us, Did the floor on the OGs go up?
It got slammed. Yeah. He he tells me after he turns it off. It's like, dude, like, he could have. I feel like anybody else would have mentioned it just to like squeeze out some more sales. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Guys, Wednesday, I'm turning this thing off. And it would have just like, he would have got more sales. There's like no question in my mind. But instead, he quietly turns it off and then tells us. So I look and I'm like, oh, yeah, it's turned off. And I bought a couple that were on the market. And then guess what? Our boy Guardians of Theta, he comes in there with the biggest broom you've ever seen and sweeps up 31 of them.
Holy shit.
Yeah, just swept them right up. They're they're up to like 175 floor 2 now.
It sounds like he didn't know about it, and he's very close to Thetazilla Club.
Yeah, he didn't know about it, or else he would have certainly minted at 125 rather than buying all the way up to 175.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, hopefully we see did the Tygon start this yet?
No, I don't believe that they started it yet. I think that they were just kind of with the implementation in Thetazilla Club Discord this week, they did run into a bug. I got my balls busted a bit because of it.
As you should.
No, why should I?
Not for that, just in general. So
okay.
Yeah.
But there was one morning, I forget which morning it was, I trained my Zilla and I promoted my Zilla and it errored and it didn't take. And, after I train my number 3 Zilla, I, of course, go back and, after I promote my number 3 Zilla, I go back and train 2 more times just to see if, he can improve the role. And I didn't. So I left my number 5 hanging. And then towards the end of the day, Zilla reaches out and tells me to promote the guy that I left hanging. I'm like, wait a minute, what? Like I had one promoted and it didn't go through. So Swampy, tries to call me out. But once again, Swampy, I got receipts, bro. So you lose. But whatever it was, I think that they figured it out. I'm not 100% sure, but I know that they were trying to identify it prior to getting it installed in Tygons, which is bullish, finding an error and fixing it before kind of spreading it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's I mean, you wouldn't have that kind of quality in class from us, but yeah, I mean, you can't say anything more about the guy. So, straight shooter.
Yep, absolutely. So our boy Wes too.
Shout out
To
of
Wes
Outliers fame, of of Outliers fame, and also Ultralight fame, and then what else?
FKA.
FKA.
FKA Theta TV streamer as well at this point. He formerly known as a Theta TV streamer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
He had his last stream this past week, and I happened to be able to catch part of it.
Oh, you were on it.
I was on it.
I heard that. Also, Jay Sanch, not Jay Sanch, was on it also as well.
I missed most of that because it got way past my bedtime.
It got past my bedtime, and then my computer just went nuclear and kicked me out. And I was like, oh, it's hotter than all hell. So I think this late, I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
But we were doing the marble races. I was trying to win some Theta Zillas.
Oh, I missed the marble races.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead. So, Wes's last stream you hopped on.
Yep. Yeah.
Because he likes you better than me now for some reason.
Well, I was in the chat and
as was I.
Were you? Did you?
I was there from the beginning. Oh, you showed up. You like a popper come lately. You showed up.
That's true.
And then, but I'm more of a throw jabs in. I think I was playing video games also in between for a little bit, but yeah.
Well, I mean, he like kind of said something where he left it open ended, so I just chimed in, and I had a feeling that if I started asking questions, he was going to ask me to call in and be so. Took one for the team and called it in, and hey, it is what it is. But honestly, wish the guy well. I hope he kills it. I think he's fully motivated still to do Outliers, no matter kind of what happens from here on out. But yeah, no, be interested to see.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that Mark episode.
I mean, is it happening? I don't know. Is that something that has been voted on?
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. I'm sure. I bet you me and the Pig Viking want to see that. And Swampy.
That Pig Viking, I'm telling you, he's got quite an opinion.
He does. Anyways, so yeah, that was a fun stream though.
Yeah, not bad. Just it's sad to see him go. I mean, I think he did a lot of good for Theta. He had a lot of guests on there. He hosted an AMA with West One. I mean, he was the MC at ThetaCon 22. So, I mean, he is, I think, a valuable asset, and I just hope that he.
He's an ass for sure. No, just kidding, Wes. Love you, bud.
Yeah. Listen, Wes. Like this is just Max. Trust me. That's
my stock can't go any lower. I don't think with Wes. So,
or with me. I mean,
yeah, that's been at zero for years now.
I can't feel bad for Wes for having to deal with you because I have to deal with you.
I tell, I talk to Wes occasionally, and every time he's like, "What the heck?" I'm like, "Dude," I go, I just like, you understand that like me and Popper, this is like how we really are with each other. Like I remember at first like that's an act. I'm like, no, it's no act. We generally have a I don't know what you'd call it. I mean, it's not a hate per se, but it's like
we both want to
we
Yeah.
push each other's buttons, and we
Yeah,
enjoy
for sure.
doing it. And
We know
anything,
how to.
yeah, we know how to. Nobody knows it better than us. So yeah, it's the animosity that is real, and that's why I like the last Poppin' Mags. I don't know if on our webpage, it's almost like a yin yang. Like with
Oh,
me on the top. I don't know if you picked up on that.
oh, yeah. You're upside down. I did.
Yeah. Yep.
I did. I noticed that actually because of Guardians of Theta.
Why? What did he say?
He's putting together, I had a little chat with him this week, and he's putting together something for someone from DataCon 22, and in it was a bunch of people had signed stuff. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. But on my page where I signed it, he included Poppin' Mags, and it was that one. It was you were upside down and I wasn't.
Yeah. Oh, cool. I always like him, and Theta Vibes is cool too. I like Theta Vibes.
Yeah, they're both. I mean, I think they're brothers.
They got a very similar personality.
They are closely related. So, dude, did you happen to see the tease this week from Ivory, the Free Radicals?
Yeah.
Twitter?
What's going on?
I mean, I can't say more than what the tweet was, but did you see that character?
Yeah, it's freaky.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
And I got a little vibes. Do you ever remember Killer Clowns from Outer Space?
I don't remember that, but
it gave me those vibes. I don't know if
vibes.
Ivory knows that movie, but
Probably does.
this is a classic late 80s movie.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it was a classic.
So they're Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Just quick for anyone who's just joined us and hasn't seen it. They're terrorizing, and then when they abduct people, I think they put them in like this cotton candy cocoon.
I mean, wouldn't you just eat your way out of that?
No, it's maybe it's. I don't think it's like real cotton candy, but to them it is maybe.
Okay.
But it's some freaky stuff, and that's like the first thing I got when I saw those pictures. I was like, I'm getting those vibes. Check it out if you haven't on I don't know if it's on Rewarded, but it might be on some other place.
It seems like it's right up Rewarded's alley. Probably a psycho pick soon.
Oh yeah, Rob. Rob, write into the podcast, and Rob's got to know about Killer Clowns from Outer Space, the classic.
Dude, guaranteed he does.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. He's talking about it right now. Aren't you, Rob? As if Rob listens. So there was also some news this week, Fuse Wars related. Did you see that Ivory released that there's a Google Cloud collab?
I saw that.
Yeah. That's actually been a thing now for a few months.
It sounded like he said because he noticed Levita, post about it, that he figured it's probably a good idea, right, to let people know. And
yeah. I think that he's
humble. I think he was humble about it and didn't want to say anything.
And he errs on the side of caution with the community as well. He's got some advisors on his team that, they really err on the side of caution. They are not giving out, bad dates and things like that. And he's got this victory with Google Cloud from a few months ago, and he doesn't even tell anybody. It's crazy. Like, what's that? So,
right.
But he felt the time was right. So, I mean, personally, I don't know 100% what this Google collab means, but it's a Google Cloud collaboration. So that cannot be a bad thing.
No, Google and clouds are welcome.
They are actually.
I mean, it's no Yahoo, but I mean, it's serviceable. Google's good though, too, Ivory.
It's no Cirrus Cloud, but yeah.
No, you can't do it. Don't.
And I can tell, like, I'm front running the news right now, but it will be old news by the time this drops. But I heard there's a white paper dropping soon.
Really?
Yeah, we got the Syndicate X Fuse Wars white paper dropping. So
And the second beta also went out, right?
the second beta is like on fire as we speak. So
Wow.
anybody in the community that wanted to be a part of this second beta and play this game has the opportunity to. All they got to do is have an NFT, join Discord, and fill out the form and ask permission, and they get access to it. We're looking at beta 2.0 here for the near future. The team feels like beta 2.0 is close enough to good enough for the upcoming earnings season. I think there was a few little tiny things that they had noticed that need to be fixed that they're going to update. But as far as gameplay goes, it's the game is pretty much ready to go as Fuse Wars.
Oh, awesome. It's projects like, Fuse Wars and sounds like Guardians and Theta Zilla Club, like building in the bear. They're doing stuff.
Yeah.
They're committed to their people and making it the best they absolutely can. So
Yeah, 100%.
so it's not all doom and gloom.
Oh, dude, not at all. Like, I'm honestly, like, obviously there my opinion on different projects has gone up and down, but my outcast for right now, as far as where we are and where things are heading, is, I've never been more excited. This coming soon.
TM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
coming soon. That seems like it's been in the news recently on the boards, hasn't it?
are you referring to a little Twitter clarification that was made?
Yeah. Yeah. Do you have anything? What can you tell me about this?
I did not listen to the clip, but from my understanding and from Jenny-On's clarification and from one Magnum PI Naples clarification, it seems like Andrea said something or something that Andrea said was either taken out of context or she just minced her words a little bit. But I'm assuming just based on your post, there was something about in the next few months, and she was focused the next few months on improving the streaming, the DRM, and innovation in general. But I think that she threw in there in that sentence or nearby something about a tier 1 media company.
Right.
And obviously that is the dream, right? But I don't think Andrea's putting a few months tag on a tier 1 media company. And listen, even if she did say the next few months tier 1 media company, just based on the timeline that Data Drop has given us for how long a few weeks is, a few months is like a decade. So got plenty of time.
Yeah, I got to tell you. So when this episode got released, I watched it. It was like an hour 37, and it was Andrea being Andrea. It was all good, and I didn't pick up on that. I rewatched it, and I think maybe because I know her, we know her a little bit better. I didn't pick up any promises being made from what she said. However, like something like this is imminent. However, I could understand how somebody could see that and go to it. The crazy thing is this episode, like I said, was like an hour 37, and that happened somewhere in the hour 32. So people were watching that, and that got me looking at this channel for all the episodes that they've put out. It looked like the biggest episode they had it looked like a clickbaity thing with talking about your boy BitBoy, who was talking trash about SBF. And that had like 700 something views. Dude, and that was 8 months ago. This Andrea interview had, as of yesterday, it was 8 days that the interview was posted, 1,400 views on this thing. So I think it's important and good for her that she, is clarifying that I didn't take it that way. I hope no one else did. And, she's saying, hey, this is not what's going on. This is just what I would like. That is my dream to have that, a tier 1. So,
Yeah, we would all love that.
So yeah, that would be good. Agree.
So you mentioned earlier that we are counting down now to ThetaCon.
I mentioned that very early in the episode. Yes, I did.
And to bring it back full circle on that, is there anything about this ThetaCon that you're looking forward to?
I mean, I'm a man of the people. I just want to, see the tens and tens, out there. And
is there any place that you'd like to be standing, or when?
Yeah. No, I'm glad you brought this up, Popper. So I think, and I didn't talk it over with Amy, but I think we finally got approved to do a live Papa Mags again.
Oh boy.
It's weird because our host is a guest. Andrea is going to be our guest.
So we'll be the guests.
You'll just be there, I think.
I'll listen.
So that got approved. So I would, don't know how the setup's going to be. It'd be good to give Pine holders first access, and Pine holders 10s/10s and 10s, because we have a few fans, right?
I mean, let's not think that we're going to sell anything out here. But go ahead.
We haven't sold anything ever.
No. Hey, that's yeah. Hey.
Oh, but also too. Oh, I don't know if this is what you were getting at. Speaking of ThetaCon 2023 in Austin, Texas, we got nominated for not 1, but 2 Zillie Award nominations. We received.
We got nominated for 1. You got nominated for a 2nd.
Well, I assume it's us. I think so. We got nominated for Best Streamer or Pinecast. And
is that the category, streamer or Pinecast? That's
pretty
solid.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, it could be a lot of streamers on there. I would assume God Mode Unlocked is nominated again.
How could they not be?
Could they not be? But also Best Social Personality. So this is, to your point, I think, is this just Magnum, or am I like 80% of this and you're like the other 20?
No, it's got to be you. That's got to be you.
Dude, I'm super humbled that people actually asked for us to be nominated.
Yeah,
for this.
For sure.
So I made sure we humbly accepted because it's not I don't want this, the people want this, and I want whatever the people want if they're they're happy with it. So very touched and appreciative.
Absolutely. I don't know if you had anything else, but I saw something today that literally made me throw up in my mouth.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What was that?
So recently we've gotten into some Dude Perfect videos with the kids, and we're doing trick shots all over the house and things like that. It's a ton of fun. And dude, it reminds me of like, these guys are doing carnival games for a living, and I just wish that we would have thought of what they did and did it the way they did it instead of the way we did it. But anyway, they did this thing where it's like cool or uncool, and it was talking about food items. And this guy, dude, you won't even see this coming.
Okay.
Lester's Fixins Ranch Soda.
What?
Yes. It's called Lester's Fixins Ranch Soda. It is a ranch flavored soda.
That sounds just absolutely disgusting.
It sounds terrible. And he had other ones too. It was like, I think one of them was like bacon. I don't even remember. It was like ridiculous.
I mean, I could probably do the bacon.
Bacon soda?
Oh, baking soda. I thought you meant baking, like the bacon.
No, bacon. Like
bake with an ing.
No, like the yum yum.
Oh,
but soda.
Oh, okay. Wait, not the stuff that's in the fridge or freezer.
Bacon, like Andrea, bacon and
got it.
Black coffee.
Not baking soda, but bacon.
No, not
bacon. It's
soda.
bacon and soda.
Right.
I would have that.
I mean, that sounds better than ranch soda. Yes.
Oh, that's absolutely open. The directions for ranch, open it up and just empty it out in the sink or whatever. Trash. I mean, I think I told you, it might have been on the Pinecast. I know I've told you before, but when I used to work at a delicatessens when I was like in high school, which is short for deli. And
Oh, really?
yeah. And so they had celery and diet celery. So like celery flavored soda.
Yes, you did tell me.
Yeah. And then borscht belt, which was just a borscht, which was a beet soda. Disgusting. But
Yeah,
I
that
think
sounds absolutely nasty.
the celery, the diet celery, I think I would take over the ranch for sure.
Well, celery, I mean, that doesn't have too much of a taste.
Right. Yeah. It's like a cucumber water, right?
Yeah, I mean, I
with
can't
bubbles.
imagine that having a big taste to it, but
Right.
you know,
the borscht,
beet
the
can be
borscht
pretty
belt.
powerful.
Beet is absolutely disgusting. I got to sip in, but I would still take that over. Oh, ranch soda.
Ranch soda, dude, look it up. Lester's Fixins
I'm
ranch
not.
soda. No,
I don't
get it.
want to.
I'm gonna send it to your
puke.
house.
No. Oh, hey, are we past the statute limitations for the ice cream I owe you?
Oh man, you know what? It's take it off my tab.
Check out
But
the bill.
If I win 1,000 more times, we'll be even.
Oh, you really brought the crowd down.
Yeah, hey, sorry, but man, that was whew.
I thought you were gonna
no
like.
one listens to the end. Give me a
No,
break.
I thought you were gonna go about the Andrea post about these pineapple pizzas that look delicious. I thought you were gonna go there.
Well, you know what? Compared to ranch soda, pineapple pizza is like the best thing I've heard of. But ranch soda, dude, like oof.
Oh.
But I did see Jordan responded with a nice pepperoni pizza, and that was certainly acceptable.
You can't go wrong with pepperoni. I'm not.
No.
You know what I'm saying? That's my go-to.
Yeah. Now, do you like the pepperoni like in the picture that she had, or do you like the pepperoni that's like smaller? You know what I mean, and like a little bit thicker.
I gotta relook.
And kind of like it almost gets like a little cup, like the really good pepperoni.
I just had a look, and I put to find the tweet. I put in Andrea, but that fake Andrea came up because I had report and block.
Oh, nice. Recently looked it up.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, there's two of them. Okay, so I like that pepperoni that Jordan posted.
I mean, I like all pepperoni, but the other one's a little fancier in my opinion, but usually it leads to like more heartburn too.
Yeah, with great, pepperoni comes great heartburn, as they say.
Absolutely.
Well,
did you have anything else you wanted to toss in here while no one's listening?
Yeah. Well, you know what? Let's not get into it. Let's circle back to it. So I'll just present this, and we'll think about it, and we'll maybe talk about it next week.
Interesting concept.
How about this? I just came up because I'm looking at the time, and I was like, I don't want to cram this in. So creators like that came on Theta, Dropper creators in general, they don't even have to be Theta related, whatever. But if you have like a big name come somewhere, do you want somebody who is good and they're good with their record, even not like making records, but like they have like a good track record, right? Like they do what they say and they're not trouble? Or do you want to work with somebody who killed a nun or possibly related to a nun getting killed? I guess I'll leave everyone with, did Katy Perry kill a nun? We'll talk about that next week. Why not? Did Katy Perry's actions lead to a nun getting killed is what I'm saying. But once again, we'll push that to next week.
This is like the biggest teaser we've ever left anyone with.
I just was looking at the time, and we don't have enough time to get into it tonight.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's talk about it next week. Katy Perry.
All right.
Did Katy Perry kill a nun?
On that note.
All right.
Hope you guys have a great weekend. We will see you on the boards.
Ooh.
have been listening to the Pops and Mags Pinecast. Music provided by Sushi Cat. Like what you hear? Send that cat a very nicely worded compliment on Twitter at JustAddSpam. Pops and Mags is a Scumbag Hat production in association with Kyle's Hot Tub.